Guys, let's get going here. Bing bong, waiting for it. We're good to go. Hey guys, how you going? So now BKRsport. Bit of a chill stream this Monday evening, to be fair, because obviously it is Monday and everyone is recovering from the massive SportshedTV charity match that we did have over the weekend. How good was that? That was obviously on Saturday. It is now Monday, and it's been plenty of time for me to get back from Sydney to the Gold Coast. And although I wasn't playing on the day, I tell you what, it was a big day. It was hot and it was just so much fun. We always have so much fun at the Sportshed TV charity match. If you guys don't know what that is, basically a whole bunch of rugby league content creators. We went on down to Lick 'em Up. We've done it 2 years in a row now. I've been on the commentary at both times. Yeah, it's just such a fun day. And we do have a couple of the event organisers here who play in the game as well. Sportshed TV, we've got Josh, and we've also got Norman. I was about to say Adrian. I was like, Adrian's not here. He's in Spain. Gee whiz. How are we doing, boys?
Yeah, we're doing good. Recovering is a good word. You're still recovering.
Yep.
Not too bad. I think we're still trying to let it all sink in, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a massive day, to be honest. Like
Now,
2 years in a row, and I think we forgot afterwards, after the first one, like how much it took out of us. But it was good.
Man. Well, there's so much that goes into it, that people don't see. They just see kind of what the end product is, and I guess that's what happens with everything, right? But you guys put so much effort into it. You want to kind of run people, I guess, through a little bit of what you guys do that actually goes into having such a massive day as we did.
Yeah, I mean, it's a long process. We'd be here for hours going through every little bit. But I appreciate that. I mean, when did it start, like the planning? Probably
3 months.
Yeah, I was going to say like end of October, November. Just making sure we can secure the ground and an exact date for the ground, and from there make sure the players are available, going through, ringing around all these different sponsors, putting posts up. And it's obviously a mix between designing posts and collabing with creators, then saying what we can say and can't say yet until things get confirmed. And then just a whole bunch of running around with sponsors, jerseys, like just getting everything done, and then trying to calculate what the cost of everything's going to be like, and then predict how much money we're going to make. That way we can make sure we cover the costs and then have money on top to donate to charity. So
yeah,
it's a whole lot involved, a long process, but it's I feel like it's worth it in the end, because if it wasn't worth it in the end, we wouldn't have done it a second time. So everyone jumped on board this time a whole lot more than last time, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, definitely. I think the overall day, it's just it was the same vibe as last year. Everyone got along well. It's just good that everyone can get together, meet the fans. Some people don't even get to see their fans. I think Roasty even said that he barely sees any of his fans, and he finds it so cool when someone comes up to him to get a photo. Yeah. He's fine.
Well, it's funny with Roasty because, like as I said, and yes, James Paul, and we'll get to some of the questions in the chat and whatnot, and some of the people commenting in the chat a little bit later. But yeah, like with Roasty, I've known him, I think since 2016 or 2015. I think 2016 is when I first knew Roasty, and then I did some content with him and whatnot in like 2017, 2018. 2019 actually, and then that was the first time I actually met him at this event, and that's just crazy, like to know, and that's why it's so.
It's almost a decade of your life.
Yeah, exactly right. Like for so long we've known each other, but then you meet him that day. Same with Rando as well. I've known him for years, and I guess that's what's great for us content creators is really kind of coming together and being able to meet him. Because as Rosie said, it's you don't usually get to see, or especially him. I think he's Western Sydney, like West Sydney, so he doesn't get to see his fans too much. That's why it was so great.
He's like Western New South Wales. He's that country. He's like a 5-hour drive from Lidcombe.
Jeez.
Yeah, no, he's pretty far. So massive effort for him as well. Like, I mean, we're not going to be on this live just shouting out everyone, but to be a major sponsor front of Jersey, he actually created the man of the match medal, which we probably should have said on the day. It completely slipped my mind. And then to actually play in the game and then stay out after for some dinner and drinks. Like what a legend, honestly.
Yeah, no, it was a good time after. Obviously, Josh, he was a little bit soft and went home there. Did not come out to the locker room with us, and also Campbell Graham and Cameron Murray were there as well, which was quite funny. That was quite funny, but yeah, no, like back onto the event and whatnot. Like obviously, I do a lot of stuff with you guys as well, and I see the hard work that gets put in, and I guess that's with everything, right? Like it comes down to the final day, and then everyone sees that final day. But there is just so much, the sponsors, the charities, the content creators, organising it all on one day. The Bar TV Sports, who are phenomenal, by the way. How good was the stream this year comparatively to last year?
Phenomenal. We wanted to thank you and Clarky too, just for your efforts, and Jake Cairns as well. Like it was awesome. We've watched back snippets. Josh got to watch the whole thing back, and after this live, we're actually going to sit together and watch the whole thing.
You haven't watched the whole thing yet?
I've only watched snippets. Josh has watched the whole thing.
it.
I went straight from Sunday was a full on day, and then today just at work. So Josh messaged me yesterday saying Monday after work, like we'll record a few things and we'll watch the thing together. He managed to watch it today.
Yeah, I think it was so professional. I think, and every second you were laughing. There was something going on.
Well, yeah, I think on that, man, like obviously I love Kennedy last year. We did great. We did what we could, you know what I'm saying? Like we got thrown together. We'd never met each other before. We didn't have the team list in front of us. We didn't have the screen in front of us, which was the real detraction last.
How was that? How was the monitor?
That was so good because it was right in front of us, right? So if we're watching the game and then we kind of can't figure out who it is, Clark and I would look directly at the screen, and then it was good because we could see the highlights as well. So if there was the try that was made and we didn't really know who it was, like for example Tanaka, the first try of the game, that was on completely the other side of the field to us. So we just able to look down. There was the replay of the try. And then we could obviously say Tanaka's name and say he was doing the gritty and whatnot. But yeah, no, the screen it's a necessity. Realistically, it is a necessity.
Even seeing those instant replays, and then it flows on back to live, and then there's a try scored, and you see sponsors pop up. Like that was like top quality stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
You guys were on the ball, so yeah. No, thanks for that. Honestly, I can't wait to watch. I'm literally going to watch when we finish this. We're going to watch the full thing back. So I'm so keen to watch it all instead of just snippets.
No, it was a massive benefit as well with like Clarkey. Obviously, I've known Clarkey for a long time, right? And we do a podcast together, so we have that good rapport. So we kind of know when he's going to talk, and he knows when I'm going to talk. And then we had Jake Cairns, and that kind of got a little bit messed around with as well because we kind of went into the day thinking that he was going to be on the field and like after post tries and whatnot. But then we figured out they couldn't. But we still got him involved and whatnot. Like he would come up and have a bit of a chat and whatnot, which was really good because Jake's Jake.
Yeah, we love him too. Like that's sort of like the behind the scenes stuff as well that people don't see. Like he had a plan, he had a role set for like 2 weeks before. We had a Zoom call with the Bar TV team. Like people don't get to see that stuff, and then up until like 12 hours before the event, between 12 and 24 hours before the event, his role completely changed because of something
I would say that his role changed like an hour before is what we kind of found. We kind of knew.
So it was really crazy. And then even little things, like we're just thinking about like having the security sorted, then until the security come, having our family run things. Oh, sorry guys, I don't know if you can see my screen. I'm just getting a face.
Yeah, we can see it.
Apologies. But just getting like the wristbands on the players, and like who has entry, who gets an orange vest, who gets a yellow vest, who gets a wristband, who's allowed on the field, not allowed on the field. Making all that happen, like it's a massive shout out and credit to our family and friends as well who helped out with that stuff.
Yeah, 100%, man. And it's funny because Supercoach Experience is in the chat right now. Jeez, that was loud. But Supercoach Experience said Campbell Graham and Cameron Murray were there. Does Josh know about
that? Josh, do you know that Cam Murray and Campbell Graham walked in for 90 seconds to the locker room hotel, and everyone was like looking at them, and then they walked out. But as they walked in, Supercoach Experience, Brendan Savage, full credit to him. He's sitting there, what noticing? He's like, well, that's Cam Murray and Campbell Graham.
He literally pointed directly at them. It was as soon as they're kind of coming in the entrance, he's like, no way, that's Cam Murray and Campbell Graham. And they're like right there, like 5 meters from us.
Yeah, it was so funny. We won't get, if Brendan's still on the chat, I mean, we won't get into what else he said. I'll have to tell Josh off camera.
We can't get into everything that was said that night, that's for sure.
No, definitely not.
But that, I guess, that just shows
how. It was one of the two, though, like that, those sort of things. Not what he said, but I mean, like catching up in that regard. And like you said, you don't get to see people. Even like you spoke about TK scoring the first try. At the end of the game, we were talking to Josh and I, and it was so good meeting like people like Rando. Like everyone's like, oh, Rando, random stats guy. And I'm like, bro, like what does he even look like?
Yeah.
It's like see these people all the time, so.
No, exactly. That's what I was going to say. Like, even like going out afterwards and whatnot just shows for the people watching. Like, obviously, us as creators, we all get along, and that's what myself and Clarkey tried to really relate to people, especially when like there was the nil so late hit on Jimmy from the Cast Patrol. Obviously that could have flared up and whatnot, but at the end of the day, like we're all mates, right? Pretty much every one of us know each other and get along with each other, and right. So no, it's really good. It's actually a really wholesome event, is what I would say. Would you agree?
Yeah, it was really wholesome. Like, it is, because I'm trying to think of other industries where you could get a bunch of people together who do their own thing, run their own page in their own way, and still have fun engaging with everyone, and not everyone's trying to be like the main character.
Yeah.
Like,
so true.
Yeah, no,
I know in my
absolutely.
work, in the corporate environment, if we've got a bunch of people like that, everyone think they're better than each other. You on a job site, would that be like all these random, like everyone tries to think they're outdoing each other. Like, so yeah, it was wholesome, really.
Yeah, I think the best thing as well is that obviously we've got really big fans of Olivia Rodrigo in the chat. But yeah, look. Anyway, the point, like, let's get to the game. Obviously, you know, you run out. Like, how does it feel for you guys? Like, obviously, at the end of the day, we're all just blokes, right? We're all just blokes that love content creating and getting around the footy and whatnot. Well, obviously, I'm a Titans fan, you're a Roosters fan, and Josh is a Wolf Doggies fan. You know, obviously, you go onto the field and, you know, how does it feel actually kind of running out there? Obviously, I haven't gone to the field yet. For everyone who doesn't know, I actually did my ankle a couple of years ago, 2020, I think it was, and hasn't fully recovered. So that's why a lot of the time, or both times, I've been on commentary. I'd love to play next year. It just depends if I can fix that up. But for you guys, how does it kind of feel, especially you guys going against each other as well with Marquis Foundation and RMHC for which one? Norman, you played for RMHC, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, for starters, last year I was much more nervous than what I was this time, only because we hadn't experienced something like that before, and we're just so nervous, like running the actual event. And then we're like, oh shit, we're actually playing. Whereas this year, it's like the whole time we knew what to expect and what it was going to be like. But it's still an awesome feeling, like being in the sheds and then running out, like seeing like we actually have. It's funny, like we actually have fans. I still find it funny to this day. Like people have come to see us, and not only us two. I mean, like everyone. So it's just so cool, and like, you know, hearing the crowd roar and, you know, us doing the national anthem, like making it as professional as possible to try to make the best.
She was good too, because didn't you guys just kind of like ask people to send in some like them singing or whatnot? She was good.
Yeah, she was awesome. But yeah, no, it's such a surreal feeling because like we're not professional athletes and we're literally running out singing the anthem with a bunch of people that become your brothers once you share the field with each other. And then like I don't know, how did you find it?
I think you feel like an NRL star for about 30 seconds until you start playing,
and then you get hit, and then you feel like a little baby. And I was like, oh.
Then you wish you're on commentary with me. No, not getting tackled.
Now I know I haven't fixed your ankle, you little shit.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, no, I can keep saying I'm going to fix my ankle, but I'm never fixing my ankle at this stage.
Yeah, I'd say the nerves are still there until you get your head in the game. Until your head's in the game, and you know you're competing, and then you're all good. Because it's very nerve-wracking not knowing how hard you're going to go. Until the first tackle. Until
you take your first hit up, or you see something happen, or you're part of it, or you touch the ball at least. Like even running out, I was like to Josh, Josh, why aren't we running out yet? Like, are they going to start the anthem? Where's the girl? Like we're just stressing out about me, stressing out. And Josh like, relax, bro. Like
no, but even when we were on the lining up, but then I'm like, oh, where is she? Who's playing the back track?
Yeah,
I'm like, oh no.
But we're still trying to
we should have just got Nils. If she didn't turn up, we're getting Nilso to sing the national anthem next year.
Yeah. We'll have to figure something out.
Well, speaking of Dan, I mean, kicking the boardroom on the first play of the game.
Biggest mistake.
I found that amazing for us.
There's no way that you do that. When you kick it, the first person that you kick to is anybody but Nilso. Or Rando now. They're all Rando.
Nick was next to me, and Mick's screaming out to Samuel who took the go. He was like, kick it away from Dan. He goes, "No, what's wrong? You guys don't think you can tackle him?" I'm like, all right, big boy, you tackle him. And when I kick it the other side, and it kicked the 3 kickoffs in a row to Dan, I'm like, bro, if he changes his angle and comes towards the wing, which will be good for him to get a line break. And I'm just like, bro, the line will be broken and so will my body. Just don't run. Yeah. But yeah, he's just one big human.
Yeah. Well, there was some massive boys the other day. Like the part of commentary that I loved the most, and I posted it today with Clarkie and Falcon, is the moment that the Falcon got the ball. Like Nilso went for a dummy, and you'll love this because I don't know if you've seen this yet, Norm. But as Nilson goes for the dummy, kicks it through, and Clarkie and I are just screaming, "It's the Falcon! The Falcon's away! It's the Falcon!" And then Clarkie has a voice break, a voice crack and whatnot. And it was just the funniest thing.
If he scored that would have been the most viral thing
ever on the game. Like, that would have been... I would have put that try over Rando's try, and that was insane.
To be fair, like 40,000 people have already seen that clip. Like, there's been a lot. There's like 3,000 likes on it already on Instagram. So, buddy, that's yeah. If he had scored that, it would have been. Well, Clarkie said he was going to strip off and straight the field if he scored. So
that would have been a sight for eyes. But that was just insane. And you know what? The pace on the kid for a big fella.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. So the fun fact. We're the same age, us two, and
you and Harry.
Yeah, Harry and I.
How old's that?
So I was playing music outside.
24. How old's that?
24. And we were talking before the game. We're like, have you played sport before? He says he's never played rugby league, any Oz tag touch. I'm like, oh, what did you play? What did you play? He said football and Aussie rules, AFL. I'm like, oh, I played Aussie rules too. And he goes, I played for the Kangaroos. I said, I played for Goannas. We versed each other for 6 years straight.
Oh, really?
Without knowing each other.
That's crazy, man. See, that's how good's events like this for that reason, man.
Yeah.
Like 6 years you're playing against each other, and then you're buddy playing. Oh no, we're in the same team. You're in the same team. Yeah.
That's like
crazy,
wow,
bro.
so wild.
Yeah, it is wild. The whole day, like it was so much fun, and I feel like the game was so close. Like a half time, I was like, our sheds were a bit down because of a few injuries and things, but we were like, the game's so like this is a. I walked in there and I was like to Mahmoud, I was like, this is a quality product. He goes, no, we're going to win the game, bro. Oh, sorry, bro. He's still sore.
Oh, you did your shoulder on the day, did you?
He did everything.
Oh, he did everything. That's why I didn't come out with us after.
My neck from Sam's shoulder on the ground, I think I pulled something in there.
I think he copped a big stuff from Darlow too.
We copped this as well.
But, yeah, exactly right. Yeah, hold it up. Norman's not happy about that one, though. Norman's not happy about that one. Actually, there was... Oh, no, go on.
Go back to back.
Fully fit. At least my NRL team can go back to back. Fully fit team.
Wow. He's gonna do this to the Titans and Dogs fan. One, do you know his fan base will get onto you immediately, and two, I'll get onto you immediately from the Titans. So.
His fan base are all my people, so it's all right.
Yeah. Fair enough. But what was I going to say? That's right. There was a bit of contention on the day as well because obviously RMHC got the good locker room and MHF got the away locker room. How was that one organised?
He tried to. I get in there. I say hey to the boys, like as you would. We're welcoming everyone. Josh was saying hi to the boys from my team. I was saying hi to the boys. Everyone who come through the gate and through the tunnel. Like, oh hey, how are you? Oh, hey, you little snake. I was like, I thought they're calling me a snake because I've switched teams. I already explained that. That happened 6-7 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh no, you're a snake because you gave us a shit dressing room. I was like, well, I didn't do this. Wasn't my call.
It wasn't me.
What happened was the Ronald McDonald team were like, oh, last year we got the away sheds. Like, can we just switch it like 1 year each way? So like, oh, we'll switch it, and then the winner of this game gets to keep it, and we'll just keep
That's
it.
what I was going to suggest. I think from next year, I think it's whoever wins and gives you the incentive.
At least they get it back. But they had a bit of sook about that too. I was like, geez, this is going to go well. No, it's good. We got the home shed and still lost, so at least there's no advantage. Yeah.
Yeah, you have a locker room that had like Arthur Summons. You had a locker room that had Tommy Rodonicus. All these guys. Gee whiz, how could you not beat this MHF team? Well, at least it was close though. At least it was close. Do you think that it was a? I think it definitely was. Do you think it was a better product this year than last year? And in regards to the actual on-field gameplay?
Better product. Unfortunately, the injuries for the Ronald McDonald team were still the same. Because I know last year I was in the Mark Hughes team and still they ended up with no bench. Yeah. Same thing happened this year. I don't know if it's a curse, bad luck, or what it is. But I just feel the product, it would have been even closer. Like, if you think about it, we lose our back row, fullback, and hooker. In the first half, ouch. But it's still a better product.
I will say, the game was quite close. And by the way, Oya's in the chat. Oya always tunes in from Zakynthos in Greece. He's a Dragons fan, so we've always got a big shout out for the big old Oya. He always watches from Zakynthos in Greece, and if you go and Google it, it's a beautiful place, man. Gee whiz! Every time we're on live stream, he tunes in. Yeah, exactly right. Oya, we'll get you the charity match next year. For the well, to be fair, we've got a lot of Dragons fans as it is who play. Too many Dogs fans too. Gee whiz, how many content creators were Dogs fans? My goodness me, every 2 seconds. But yeah, I think the product was really good because I think for the most part of the game it was quite close. Obviously, it blew out a little bit. And then Jason David, the king of the NRL, the king of rugby league, scored 2 tries to make it close. But do you think you guys did a good job in regards to selecting of the teams?
We actually had this chat at dinner. We're like, if it's a Ronald McDonald team, I think you said at the start of this live, if our team stayed fit, we probably, even if we don't win the game, it could even go to Golden Point.
Well, I think everyone had Ronald McDonald favourites before the game. So
They did not. They did not.
I don't know about that one. I think MHF were the favourites because they won last year. Because obviously, most people, if they hadn't have watched last year, they would have known the score from last year. So then they would have been like, oh, MHF is probably going to be the favourites here.
I think the thing was the Kangaroos boys.
But people thought the Kangaroos boys carried. We thought that too. Our team thought, Kangaroos boys actually carried them. We'll be all right. But somehow, I'm not gonna be the guy who said injuries 30 times. But even without the injuries, you guys probably still could have won. But it would have been closer. I feel like we lost the game in the middle, to be honest. And because all our middles went down, then we had 3 replacement fullbacks that couldn't do anything.
Well, our game plan was knowing that last year they didn't have any line speed coming off the line.
We still didn't have that
And
this
we
year.
knew that, and that was literally our game plan: keep going up the middle. They had no line spin, just get a momentum and gain that penalty, which was the game plan. But
that's sad because it actually worked.
I said on commentary at the time though, like when Rando scored that first try, I was like, a lot of people obviously thought that MHF had lost the quality from Nick Cruz and John Bernard. But then you inject a guy like Rando who's played Harold Matz, SG Ball, alongside the greats of the game like Maxi King, my boy, and your boy too, Josh. That was just, you didn't really see a difference because you still got a guy like Rando into the team. And then you've got an absolute star like the Falcon. Unbelievable. He comes in. But no, look, overall, I think both teams were pieced together nicely. It was just, a couple of injuries, which you're always going to get because people need to remember, this is for you guys listening, these guys aren't professional rugby league players, right? They're all having a bit of fun and getting out there. They're not playing week to week. So injuries are going to happen, especially when, there's a lot of trash talk as well. Actually, how did you guys kind of feel about the trash talk? Because beforehand, we didn't have any trash talk last year. Was there any trash talk last year at all?
A little bit. There wasn't much. It was only little people calling each other out on Instagram Live or on like a little TikTok clip. But this time we had a press conference, and I think every year we're going to up it. But I think the trash talk got a bit personal towards the end. But then I think it stopped at the right time. You could have stopped a bit earlier.
Yeah.
But it was still all right. And I don't think anyone took it to heart. Like 80% of people playing in the match and helping out in the match, like 85% went out for dinner after altogether. Yeah. That just shows that what a great community we have. And the trash talking was just a byproduct.
Yeah, it was good. Well, that's obviously rugby league, man. Tribalism, culturalism, and I don't know if you saw this on commentary, but when I said that, we were talking, and I said, culturalism, tribalism, rock hard. And I don't know where that came from. I think I was meant to say, how it's meant to be, it's a hard game, tough game, rock hard game, but it just came out so, and you can kind of hear it. Clarkie's obviously talking, and I'm just covering my face because I'm trying not to laugh into the microphone. Yeah. I really didn't want that because I was like, why did I just say that? I just blurted out rock hard. And I was like, okay, that's a bit sus there, man. Sus. But no, I think that this year the trash talk really did help it. And I think the people kind of are able to, I think if you do it at the right kind of way, because there was a time it was starting to heat up, but then everyone realized it's still for charity. And I think that was the main thing that we portrayed.
Yeah, it did.
I think our tactic behind that was to leave the charity videos to the end instead of putting it a bit close, a bit further away from it. So that kind of brought it back just before the match.
Yeah,
I think next year we need to get a Marquis Foundation one. Obviously Nilso blew in that. They're up from Newcastle way.
That's right. This year to get the Newcastle boys up to do something, but it just worked out a bit hard because Mark's such a busy man. But we're going to try to book things in advance with him. That way they can create something, or if I'm in the team, we'll see. We don't know what next year looks like yet.
Yeah, 100%. Best Sport 2.0 says the fact that Dwayne is in the main event of WrestleMania and Blaze isn't makes me sick. Thank you, Best Sport. Listen, get me into WrestleMania once I fix myself up. Slapper said, tell me Blocker was there dribbling shite. Blocker was not there. He wasn't there, but we did have Clarkey, who's the equivalent. No, I'm not. Clarkey did well. Actually, I will say that.
Who's that an insult to?
What's that? Sorry.
Who's that an insult to, Clarkey or Blocker?
I was kind of trying to talk a little bit to Clarkey. No, Blocker don't like me because I'm always telling these guys how much his commentary sucks. But in regards, I was trying to compare with Clarkey as a joke, but then I realised he actually did really well. I was really impressed by him actually because that was his first time ever commentating. He did well.
Josh texted me this morning saying how good it was. So yeah, I'm keen to watch it.
Yeah, because we got a bit of, I know I got a little bit of criticism last year for talking too much about the Titans and mispronouncing names. The mispronouncing names one was something that was always going to happen. And secondly, not seeing who it was because we didn't have a screen was another thing that was always going to happen. But the Titans one, this year I learned how to inject the Titans references at the right time. I got them in at the perfect time.
Well, there's no perfect time to inject them, but
as always,
you had to say, okay. See, there's a bit of a trade-off.
Listen, when Hainsey got that kick, and by the way, the crowd, how good was the crowd when Hainsey was taking that kick? Everyone was like, Hainsey, did you guys hear that in the field?
Yeah, I heard on the field, and I was just catching my breath.
I was gonna take it, and Hainsey comes up to me and he goes, Josh, you gotta let me take this. You gotta let me take it. I said, Hainsey, you need to kick it. It's an important kick. I think it was the second or third try of the game. It's like, yeah, Dorian, keep on the SCG. I got this.
Yeah, well, we were practicing kicks down at Robina Raptors at Seabus Stadium the other day. So I took full accountability and responsibility for that kick, and he got it. And then I compared him to Tanner Boyd. See, compare Titans, bang. This time round, he knows what he's doing. James McPaul here said they had some big dirty shots. Did anyone get sent off? So no one got sent off, but there was a bin. Josh, you're obviously on the... actually, no, you know what? I'm going to go to Norman here because he's on the opposition team. What was the kind of the vibe around when that did happen? Because it could have flared up. Obviously, it didn't because we're all mates. But what was the vibe around your team when that big hit was made late?
I'll let you know, my laptop's on 2%. I've got no charger, so it's going to die soon. But it did flare up. It did flare up a bit. And the boys were, I think, so obviously Jimmy got rattled, and I was like, holy, that was late. And like he's like 2 in from me on the right. So I was like, you've probably seen the stream. I don't know if, like I said, I got to watch the full clip back. I've seen the highlight, but not the full clip because my hands were out. I was like, what the hell, ref? Like, what are you for real? And I walked up to him like, how is that not a sin bin? He's literally passed the ball, then been rocked. Like, and then they're like, come on, Dan, you dog, you dirty dog. And then they're screaming out from the sideline. And then Josh was saying on the sideline there was a bit of tension.
So I had to kind of get everyone off. The whole team tried to go on the field, so I had to get everyone off. And like, boys, get back. Like,
And Roasty said to Dan, come on, mate, he's put you in the bin, get off. He goes, nah, let me just, and he's like, get off. And he goes, okay, I'll get off. And then he's walking off, and he goes, hey, are you sure it's 10? And then he's like, I'm sure.
To be fair, I think if you're going to give that one 10, you have to give Samuel 10 for Rando's hit as well.
The hit on Rando was late and bad.
Yeah.
If he sends that one for 10, then there will be more people sent for 10 because that would have set the tone. So I'm fine with Dan's being the only one sent for 10.
Yeah, I think Nelson definitely admits to the fact that was quite late. But at least Jimmy took it like a champ.
And he texted me the next morning saying, thanks for a great day, you and Josh. And I apologize for a few grubby things, just heat of the moment. I said a few question marks. But no, he's a good sport. He's just one big human. He counts as 3 people.
Yeah, exactly right. But all right, well, I think you were saying that your laptop's about to die, so maybe we let you go there, man. But obviously, massive shout out to the SportshedTV boys. You got anything last that you want to say before you jump off?
Probably that we'll announce we'll get the photos out soon. Where they're probably like 24 hours away from being sent, and the videographer will send the video too. And then probably in another 24 hours, maybe probably Tuesday night, we'll know the full amount raised. So we'll put a big thank you message out and a total figure raised. And that's probably look out for that because that's all thanks to everyone's help. Us too.
There's a thank you to you, BKR, for your help in the day flying down. You couldn't do it without you.
And everything you did before, you helped us out a lot as well. Not everyone knows all the late night. Well, I've got to be careful with my words here. I'll just say it was the late night phone calls, but it was all business purposes. So yeah, you helped us out as well. And crazy hours, last minute decisions always change and happen, and you were pretty flexible with
be bigger and better next year, man. We're always there for it. Hopefully I can get my ankle fixed and I can get on the field with you guys, or maybe we can get some of those power plays going. One of the commentators comes onto the field at the 20-minute mark and just injects himself. There you go, bang. How good.
Yeah, straight away. And when you run on the field, you got to actually receive the ball and take the first hit up. Like, that's got to be a rule.
Listen, I'll be off the back fence. I'll do the first thing, grab a beer, scull it, run on the field, and then smack. Right, first one. There you go.
That's exactly what I was envisioning.
That would rock you. That would absolutely. Yeah, I'm telling you, my ankle, I'd have to get second ankle surgery right after the first game that I play.
Yeah, but it might be worth it. It might be worth it.
It might be worth it. But all right, I'll let you guys go. I might even see if one of the boys here in the chat want to jump on and have a bit of a chat from another one of the players. But we'll see. But I'll say bye to you guys. Obviously, have a good one, and can't wait to see how much we raise for charity. You guys do amazing work.
Super keen. Hopefully, we cracked over that 10K mark. And yeah, thanks for all your help, and we'll get that post out soon when we know final numbers.
Too easy, bro. All right, I'll catch you later.
See you guys.
See you later. Oh, Slappers just gifted 10 memberships. Slappers just gifted 10 memberships. One of my Jay Hayes has been gifted a membership. There he goes. Jay Hayes, Fatima, We Are Leeds, Ryder Granger, Camp Brody, get around the Titans fan there. Marcel Musa, Cattle Dog, my boy James Herbert, Booker Sons. How good is the big old Slapper? He's just absolutely come in. And guess what? It's nearly Slapper season, baby, because the rugby league's here. We've actually got, I guess it's the first live stream post, because I usually use the charity match, guys, as my NRL really kind of getting kicked on and starting to fire up and whatnot, right? So now is when you guys are really going to get absolutely pumped with content. We've got NRL pre-season streams starting next week as well, which should be good. So yeah, appreciate you, Slapper, for the gifted memberships, man. You're always a legend. Now, if there's anyone in the chat who actually played, I don't know. Actually, I'm going to message one of the boys I'm going to message one of the boys here and see if they want to jump on. Let's see. Let's go have a look and see if Supercoach Experience. What are you doing right now? It's a bit of a chill stream here, guys. Obviously, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. You keen to jump on stream? AJ, you didn't play, mate. You were a water boy. You keen to jump on stream? I just messaged him. Emilio's here, I think. Yeah, Emilio's there. Dad says, looks like Shaq's about to punch on with you. Hey, listen. We'll get on with Shaq. Don't you worry. Nick Stav is behind us over there. Get Oya on. Mate, Oya is the guy. He is the one we all want on there. Brizzy Train Clip says, no way, it's Shaq TV. Hey, listen, we have done a collaboration with Shaq TV before. It's the Tigers draft. It is the Tigers draft that we did that with him, so you can go and check that out. AJ says, I was like, Alfie was always out there. Mate, you were the Alfie Lang of that charity match, that's for sure. Oh, no. Okay, he sent me a photo with his child. So I don't think he's going to be able to come on here. I'll see if anybody else is. I wasn't even expecting to do this, to be fair. I'm putting this one to bed in a sec. Gee whiz, next time. Gee whiz, next time. All good, bro. Let's see. Who's online right now? Who's online? This is actually just on the spot. This is actually literally on the spot right now. Can't do that one. Let's see. Let's send that to Hainsey. Let's see if Hainsey wants to jump on. But yeah, it was a great event, guys. Like in the SportshedTV, they don't get anywhere near enough credit as they deserve. The event was absolutely amazing. You've got to remember there is so much that goes into hiring the stadium. All the sponsors. You've got all the content creators being there at the same time. You've got to have security. You've got to have ticket processors. You've got to have Bar TV to obviously perform with the stream. You've got announcers on the day. You've got food stalls. You've got just everything, man. You've got waivers to sign just in case, obviously, something bad happens. There is so much that goes into it, man. So much. Get the GOAT Jason on. I'm not too sure. I'll see if Jason's there. I'll message him. You keen to jump on stream and talk charity match? Because otherwise we'll just go and then we'll have a chat with them later. It was actually 51 minutes ago, Jace. Jason's a good bloke, man. I love Jason. Jason's actually, you know what? I'll switch this over now because we're not doing that. So, there we go. We'll switch that over there and then we'll change this back to... Change this little bad boy back to the charity match background. Oh, jeez, Nick Stav is really big there. Hey, Nick Stav be chirping today. Arsenal did beat Liverpool. AJ says, a great event. Can't wait for next year. The commentary was the best. Just hope they survived after staying in Homebush. You guys, if you want to know about Clarky and I staying together, listen to the Gold Coast Titans Frontline podcast this week because there is some funny stories, man. There is some funny stories about... Basically, long story short, guys, Clarky is off. He's off accommodation duties. So next time we fly, he's definitely not going to be on accommodation duties. But no, I love that guy. He's a mad dog. 100-point turns, mate. It was something else. Dadman says Cam Smith. Exactly right. It is Cam Smith. But no, I'm excited, man. I'm excited for what the future holds with this charity event, man, because obviously we have the streams. Dad's mate didn't turn up. He did not give me my Zinger box, which is disappointing from Dad's. Very, very, very disappointing. Needs to have a word with himself, to be completely honest with you. Dad's mate did promise a Zinger box last year and did not deliver. Didn't even turn up this year. Did buy a ticket. Didn't. Slapper said I missed it all. Well, Slapper, if you do want to actually go back and watch it, I think the link might be in the description. It will still be $5, which goes to charity anyway, but that does obviously help out. But yeah, it's obviously myself, Jake Cairns and Clarky on the commentary. Jake Cairns on the sideline. It's a bit of a Gussie Gould. Love that Gussie Gould one. But yeah, you should be ashamed, Slapper. But no, it's only $5. You guys can still go check it out and whatnot. I think tomorrow we're going to find out about how much money we've raised for charity. So I guess if you did that, well, guess what? That still goes to that. So beautiful. How good. Beautiful. But no, it's good because obviously then you can watch it the whole way through. And it's great because the stream this year was so much better. It was just unbelievably better. Bar TV Sports are fantastic to work with. The guys who were doing it were great. And, they would cue us in. They would tell us when Jake was on the field about to have his Gus School pre-match speech. They would tell us when he's down there. They'd tell us when we're going to go to ad breaks and whatnot. And we had the screen in front of us and whatnot. So it was fantastic. James McPaul said, what NRL player came? I think that we were told. Hey, actually, fun fact for you, Daz. You're going to scream at this. Apparently, Big Papa Napa was there. Apparently, Big Dylan Napa. I didn't see him. I was busy with commentary and whatnot. But Hainsey was saying that Dylan Napa was there. I can't confirm, but he did say that he was told that. There was also Jacob Kuraz, I believe, came down. If I'm not mistaken, Josh Mansour couldn't come. We did hear that Nick Kyrgios was watching on stream though, which was pretty cool. So Nick Kyrgios and I think Josh Mansour was watching on stream and whatnot. So yeah, it was a good day, and I can't think who else was there. There were definitely others there. But obviously you got to remember, guys, like I'm from about 3 p.m. New South Wales time until about 6:30. I'm flat out, absolutely flat out. Bring Up Millionaire says I didn't see them. I was there too. You were there. Well, you can come up and say hello. Gee whiz. Or you might have. I don't know. There was quite a few. But the thing is when everyone was mingling at the end, when the trophy celebration and trophy presentation was on, I was still commentating. I was still up top commentating and having interviews with Hainsey, Norm, who you guys just saw before. And we also had Brand Savage from the Supercoach experience there as well. So, yeah, I was up there still commentating when all that was happening. Which would have been good to obviously get down to see you guys. I saw quite a few people come up to me before I started. But yeah, the main point when everyone was taking photos and whatnot, I couldn't come down because I was still live streaming. Brimble Millionaire says, no, I was about to, but you were talking to Clarkey. Oh, was that when we were on the commentary? Were you sitting near us? Because obviously we were at the back of the grandstand, right? You would have heard us no matter where, because I've got video sent from not TJC. Actually, no, it was, I think TJC Sport vlog. You can kind of hear him in the background. He was sitting just to the right of me. But obviously we wanted to create a lot more hype this year and to really hype up the tries, and we can clip it up, and that's why you saw stuff like the Falcon one, Rando's one, we got hype as well. But yeah, it was it was so good, man. It's such a good experience, and I really hope that it just continues to grow, regardless. It's just such a good way to connect with all the people that you do know through this industry. Obviously, we all come from different backgrounds, we've got different beliefs, we've got different teams, got different thought processes, post different kinds of content. But at the end of the day, there's no problems. Nobody who comes, there's no problems at all. I don't think there's ever been an issue, and if there is issues with people, a lot of the time it gets sorted out pretty quickly. You know what I'm saying? There's some people who obviously go down the antagonism path and hate, but for the majority, everyone is really, they love each other, right? They love each other despite the big hits, like Nilso and Jimmy. That was a big late hit. I think Samuel Strada's got a couple of good hits in at some point with Josh, who was on before. But at the end of the day, man, it's content creators, we love it. Slabber says, get to Vita Cat Jr. there to be laid out. Apparently he's signed with the Broncos. Because I find so stupid. I find that absolutely stupid, to be honest with you. Oh, wait, I didn't... Okay, sweet. Yeah, sweet. Apparently he's signed with the Broncos, mate. I might stick around for 15 more minutes. I didn't plan to get anybody else on, so I should have known that they'd be all busy and whatnot right now. But we'll just chill out for another 15 minutes or so. Obviously, guys, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. But yeah, Broncos NRLW team. Probably, mate. Probably. But you guys will notice there is a little bit of a change of direction. I guess this is a little bit different to the boxing career he had. You'll notice this year a lot that I do take a lot less of a picking at I've made a bit of an adjustment. So I'm currently doing stuff behind the scenes that I can't really tell you guys just yet. So there's big news coming, and it'll be really exciting when you see it really start to unfold. I think 1st of March is when it's getting dropped. I think it's 1st of March. There's an event that I'm attending. I think it's the 1st of March, and that's when it's getting dropped. So it's something really exciting for you guys to look towards. Trials next weekend. Yeah, I'll be streaming for sure, James and Paul. It's going to be massive. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait for those trials, man. Obviously, for me, everything I do here on the channel, I have really started to focus on rugby league, right? So the off-season is just such a drag. It's a long drag, and, we kind of struggle to pump content out daily and pump content out, but I've still been able to do it. But, man, it's so refreshing to see the NRL is coming back for sure. Brimble Millionaires displays, if I remember next year, I'll buy you a frozen Coke for the charity match. Hey, listen. Yes, I'll take it. I'll absolutely take it. But Daz Mate's promised me a Zinger box for a year now, and he didn't even come yesterday. Even though he bought a ticket to the game, he didn't even come, right? So, not only did we not get Daz Mate in attendance, but also second, well, to be fair, we had enough Dogs fans in attendance, but secondly, didn't get my zinger box, and this is where the old Dasmate lets himself down. Great bloke, lets himself down. But so, yeah, Brimdale Millionaire, frozen Coke, love it. Lockie Centerell says, good menu again. Yeah, appreciate you for all the support, mate. Get around it. All the memes coming from your way and whatnot. Are you getting onto YouTube? Like, are you planning to ever get onto YouTube, or are you kind of just sticking to the Instagram kind of going? Summer says, so came with the footy being back that the cricket was so bad this year apart from Heat winning. Yeah, exactly right, man. The cricket internationally has been pretty dead. I could consider do the ODI and stuff tomorrow, but I just haven't been interested in it. And the West Indies one was actually interesting in the second Test match, and disgraceful from the Australians. But at the end of the day, like, cricket this year just wasn't it, man. Like, we need to see some of the big boppers come over, and it just wasn't for me. And then it got too political. It got too political again with the old cricket. So it does kind of put you into a bit of a not really too keen a great deal for this. So, we've got tomorrow you'll see, I think, probably a tier maker. We might do locks with Atlas the Great. Then you'll probably see the Melbourne Storm draft with Best Sport 2.0 on Wednesday. I actually think he beats me in it. I genuinely think that he probably beats me. I went with a really bold play at the start of the Storm draft for a bit of fun. Obviously, I've won the majority of the drafts, so I thought I'd just mix it up and go for a bold play this time. And yeah, so I personally think the Best Sport beats me. But it is obviously close to the Storm. You can't mess up a Storm draft too much. You can't. Lockie Centerell says, yeah, been on it for a while, looking more into streaming this year. Good luck with the streaming, man. It's a hard game to get into nowadays. Like, obviously, I started there's no ego here, but I started the NRL streaming back, I think, 2020 when COVID was happening, or 2019 or whatever, and no one was doing it, and now, everyone does it, right? So, it's difficult when you see, people here, a whole bunch of people there, and then YouTube pushes that there. And then obviously you get everybody else as well. It's like when Hello Sport or I'm doing a live stream for the NRL, it's very difficult for other people to kind of pick up the viewership and whatnot. So, don't even look at the numbers, man. Just focus on what you're doing. Just love it. At the end of the day, man, if people look at numbers, like in the off season, viewership for me is awful. It's awful. But the fact of the matter is that I love doing what I do. I'm passionate about what I do. And I'm passionate about creating rugby league content, because I know as well when the NRL season comes back around, the views come back up, right? So it's not about that for me. At the end of the day, that's all a bonus whilst I'm creating content that I love, because I love rugby league and I can't wait for Desi Hassel to take it away. He's going to take the premiership this year, baby. Slappin knows it. Brimdale Millionaire knows it. Dasmate definitely goddamn knows it. And Lockie's NRL is known for 100% of the time that Desi Hasler's been signed with us. Fun fact for everybody, Des Hasler has not lost a game. He's currently undefeated as the head coach of the Gold Coast Titans. Need I say more? Need I say more? Des Hasler currently undefeated as head coach of the Gold Coast Titans. It's a fact. You can't argue it. You cannot argue it, mate. It's not possible. Someone's tagged me in a reel. God help me, what have I said now? Someone says, as long as it isn't Panthers again. Yeah, look, exactly right. And it's going to be hard for me, is that obviously I go to the grand finals, right, and I'll support one of the teams. If Panthers play Broncos again, I don't think I want to support the Panthers winning 4 straight, right? But I also don't like the Broncos. And you're not going to say, it would just be such a neutral thing for me. I wouldn't get behind either team. But it's not out of dislike for the Panthers, it's just I want to see someone fresh. I don't think the Broncos make the grand final this year. I think the Panthers have every possibility of making the grand final again and winning it. I think the Broncos have lost a bit too much talent, to be completely honest with you. But look, it's going to be interesting to see if that was the case. I think in order of teams I'd support the grand final, obviously 1 Titans for me, Sharks for my mum is number 2. I'd probably say the Warriors, to be completely honest with you, with number 3, because I don't have a problem as much now if they've won one. It's just the Dolphins not winning one. And I was talking to my mate, Daz is Cooked today, who we did the Warriors draft with. He's a big Warriors fan. And he was saying he wants to win one before we do. And I get that. I completely understand that, because we came in after him. And if we win, then that's a bit, disappointing for the Warriors fans. And it's the same thing with us and the Dolphins. The Warriors now aren't really a great deal of concern for me. So as long as we win one before the Dolphins win one, that's fine. Loggers NRL says, good thing is I get to vlog all the Broncos-Dolphins games since no one else is now that Haynes is gone. Did he go to Broncos-Dolphins games? Who did he support? Was he getting on the Dolphins in those games? Dasmate says that's a weird way of saying Cameron Ciraldo. Ooh, Ciraldo. Ooh, a big year for him. Big year for him, that's for sure. Brimton says Titans vs Broncos grand final. Titans win 500-0. I couldn't handle a grand final Titans Broncos. To be honest with you, Jamie, I couldn't do it. You guys know, like I would. That's the peak of winner takes all, right? Because if we lose that game, I get absolutely hounded online. Like you guys don't want to know the messages I receive after Titans lose a regular season game, right? But the Titans lose to the Broncos in the grand final, that would be the end of me. But if the Titans win, then they'll never be able to talk shit to me again. Gee whiz. I can tell you right now, that would be the death of Broncos as a fan base. They'd put it at Suncorp too, maybe. No, they can't change they can't change the ground. It's like Cowboys Broncos 2015. They couldn't change it. He was at a few in 2023. But he'll go to more probably Sydney games in general. No, it's good though. He loves Sydney. He tries to tell me that Allianz is better than Seabass. He wishes. Dasmate says, I wouldn't sleep all week if you're playing the biggest rival in a final. Oh yeah, like a Dogs Eels grand final, you wouldn't be able to get to sleep for sure. There's just too much on the line. There's too much on the line. But the thing is, right, you're thinking from like a general fan consensus. For me, like I'm obviously a creator and I put my face out there and I deal with people directly. So and there's a lot of people, there's a great deal, a large majority of people who do know me but don't necessarily follow me. So they still, regardless, when the Titans lose, will go, bang, got him. So this is Titans vs Bears grand final. You're lucky I don't time you out for that slapper. You're lucky I love you. You're lucky I love you, slapper, because the North Sydney Bears... Did you comment that because you saw my comment today? Did you comment that because you saw that comment today? I hate the Bears more than the Broncos. I'll always admit this. I hate the Bears more than the Broncos because they tried to take our license in 2015, 2016. And I don't care how Bears fans try and twist it. It's absolutely what they tried to do. They tried to trick us into having a merger so that they could eventually take away our license. It's what teams have done in the past. Dragons Sharks final. The Dragons in a final. You wish you, brother. You wish you. Roosters Rabbits final will be amazing. I think that will be amazing. It will be definitely amazing. However, we do see a lot of them in the prelim, and like a prelim is still... Like we saw a couple of prelims from the Roosters Rabbits in 2010s, and it's great, but I do feel like Roosters Rabbits fans hate each other, but I also don't feel like a great deal of the NRL community care as much about that rivalry comparatively to other rivalries. I feel like people get behind Broncos Cowboys a bit more. I also feel like Bulldogs Eels people get behind a lot more. I think as a general consensus, everyone will say the Rabbitohs Roosters is the best rivalry, but I don't think that everyone cares as much about it as obviously those fans do. Locus NRL says that even though it's a trial game, I'd rather play on the Gold Coast than Ipswich. I won't be going to the trials, man. I'll be streaming the two Titans games. Good luck to my soul. Good luck to me. Good luck to everything, because I hate streaming Titans games. I don't like Titans games. If I live stream Titans games, this should prove to you how much I don't care about views, right? Like I care that you guys love what I do, but I don't care about views because obviously more views are great. Don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, if I did a Titans vlog, it'd probably get between 1,000 and 5,000 views, right? But a Titan stream will probably go, and this is a regular season round 3 game against the Bulldogs. I'd probably get between 5,000 to 15,000 views, you know what I'm saying, and a lot more subscribers. So if I was thinking on that way, and I just wanted to grow the channel and whatnot, I would live stream Titans games at home, but I just don't want to do that. One, because I know I'm too passionate, but also two, I just enjoy being at games more. Brimdon Millionaire says, if Eels win the comp, they won't shut up until the end of time. God, mate, you think Eels will be bad? Warriors fans will be worse. I can promise you. Warriors fans will be 1,000,000 times worse when they win for the first time comparatively to the Eels. It's not even a debate for mine. It's not. If you've dealt with Warriors fans live at games, you'll know what I'm talking about. I love Warriors fans. I love them for the most part. Not the last game at Seabass. But yeah, like Warriors fans are great and they're passionate, but if they have the Bledisloe Cup, then they also have the 13-0 win that they just had in the international game in the Pacific Cup, forgetting that we obviously beat them the week beforehand. And then they also have the NRL. God help us. God help ourselves. We need to win back the Bledisloe Cup for the first time in, 23 years before we allow the Warriors to win the NRL. It just is what it is. We need to do that. I couldn't... like if you guys watch our streams, Warriors streams, they get quite large views actually. A lot of people tuning in. Warriors fans are great, but I'm telling you, when they win, it'll be God help us. Someone says, Dragons Rays Grand Final, I wouldn't even watch it. Dragons Rays, I'd probably get around the Dragons because I was born in Cogra. I was only there for 2 weeks though. Like, mum and dad moved up to Brisbane when I was 2 weeks old, right? But I was technically born at Cogra Hospital. So I would probably get around the Dragons for that, but that'd be a tough watch. That would definitely be a tough watch, to be completely honest with you. But I think I'm going to jump off here, guys. Obviously, I didn't even plan to stick around after those guys were on. I was just going to talk to Norman and Josh and big up the charity event because they deserve all the credit that they get. If you guys do want to watch it back, obviously myself, Clarkey, Jake Cairns, we're commentating it. And the stream is so much better this year, and it's great fun, myself and Clarkey. So you can still go and watch it. It's only $5 and whatnot in the description. Nate says, I knew there was something I liked about your Blaze. Hey, listen, it would take a lot out of me, but I would get behind the Dragons for that reason. Like I said, I'll go through my top 8 before I go off. So first would be Titans, second would be Sharks, third probably the Wires, fourth I would probably lean with fourth. Who would I lean with fourth, actually? I'd probably say the Dragons for that. No, I'd probably get Manly for Dad. Like, Manly, it would depend on who they're playing, really. But I would probably get around Manly for Dad because I did support the Warriors against him in that 2011 Grand Final. That was before I started doing YouTube. Actually got so drunk with my stepbrother at the time that we passed out before the end of the game. They were the days, man. They were the days when you're young and just drinking silly. But I think we did a haka in front of my dad. Yes, me and my stepbrother at the time, we did a haka in front of my dad who was a Manly fan. So, true story, by the way. True story. So yeah, probably Manly then. I'd probably say Dragons right after that, then maybe the Knights. I'd probably even put the Knights above the Dragons, to be completely honest with you. I do love a bit of Nova Cash. I love Neil So from Watching the Castle, the Newy boys. Brimble Millionaire says, my top 4, 1 Titans, 2 Dragons, 3 Dogs, 4 Tigers. As a Dragons fan, you would support the Dogs and the Tigers? Especially the Dogs? Wow. Elder says, I missed the charity matches. I was working on Saturday, just bought it now. Thankfully, it's not only a one-view thing. No, you can watch it whenever you want. No, absolutely. No, you can watch it whenever you want. It's a good game, man. It's a good, fun game. It's always great fun, and obviously goes towards charity as well. So, yeah, the more purchases that we get, regardless of the fact that it finished on Saturday, the more purchases we get, the more it goes to charity. And I'm actually considering doing a charity thing this year in regards to Titans games and whatnot. But you guys will see more of that very, very soon. Hopefully that can encourage them to win more games. But yeah, no, appreciate that, LJ. You'll have a good time. I see my mate happy, only reason. Oh yeah, that's why Brimdale Millionaire. That's why I don't mind. Like, at the end of the day, right, if the Broncos won the grand final, I would hate it for the sole purpose of self-interest. But in regards to my understanding of the world and understanding of people and communities, I'd be very happy for the people of Brisbane who, everyone goes through a tough time in life, right? Everyone has tough moments. Everyone has their struggles, day-to-day lives, in their personal, well-being, right? So at the end of the day, a community would be happy, and that would involve a lot of people who would be quite sad. So I feel like that one moment, even though I'm in personal interest, I'm not a big fan of the Broncos, I'd see above that personal interest and say, hey, listen, people, even, homeless people in Brisbane would be Broncos fans, right? People who are struggling, single mothers struggling to feed their children, they would be Broncos fans. And just that little bit of relief is what I see and I feel positive about. So, yeah, self-interest-wise, not a big fan of the Broncos, but at the end of the day, it's footy, right? And it's all about communities and driving up the support there and making people happy. But all right, I'm going to jump off here for now. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Obviously, we chatted with Norman Josh for a bit. Massive shout out to the Sportshed boys. They do an unbelievable amount of work. We will be hosting a 2024 charity match, which should be awesome. And yeah, stay tuned because there could be some big news about that too, actually. But that won't be, you won't see news about that until like November of this year, kind of deal. But yeah, it's going to be a good time. But I appreciate you guys. Thumbs up, subscribe. You'll see a team maker tomorrow, probably locked with Ados. And Storm on Wednesday for the draft. And then you might get a 3 hour 15. You'll probably get a 3 hour 15 second rowers team maker with Rando on Thursday. Gee whiz, that was a long one, but you gotta love Rando. Actually, fun fact for you guys, Rando's probably going to jump on some Titan streams this year while I'm at games. So there you go. There you go. There's some breaking news for you. He's a good bloke. Love the old Rando. He's such a good bloke, man. So, such a kind-hearted dude. Such a kind-hearted dude, and just me, I just love him. So, good on him for getting the man of the match as well in that game. But all right, I'm going to jump off. Like I said, thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. Bing. See you later.